this is Late Night Health. This is the radio show that cares about the most important part of your life, your health. During the next hour, we're going to be talking about a number of things. We'll talk about nutrition and supplements with our first guest. He's the host of the Holistic Navigator podcast, and he's also a holistic health expert and owner of the famed Nutrition World in Chattanooga, Tennessee. A little bit later on, we're going to go across the pond, as they say, to England, and we're going to get a little update from our friend Liberty Forrest on how the new rules, the stage 5 shutdown, is affecting people in England and how it's working for her. She's a couple of hours outside of London. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Daryl.
Thank you very much, Mark.
This is our first show for the year 2021, and we wish everybody a happy, healthy, and safe New Year. Did you do anything exciting for New Year's, Daryl?
No, we were home, which was the proper thing to do, obviously, because we don't want to get out there with any of these crowd situations. And, we watched the pre-taped proverbial ball drop with Ryan Seacrest, and I think Sherry was done at that point, and I just sort of laid out on the couch for a couple of hours, just soaking it all in and listening to the what I hope were fireworks outside.
Yeah. Got it. I get it. We're going to ask the same question to Edward Jones. Edward, what did you do for New Year's?
I am a party pooper, and I love to go to bed early, and I did not stay up past 10 o'clock, but I did have some tequilas. I did have tequila.
Okay. Organic, of course.
Of course, absolutely. And
right.
I don't only mix it. I mean, I'm a health nut, a true blue from top to bottom, but I do live life, and I take a lot of supplements. I eat very cleanly. I'm at the gym every morning. In fact, for my 63rd birthday, which was only a couple months ago, I always try to do something to inspire myself. So I did 63 push-ups, filmed on video for my 63rd birthday, and I did 63 chin-ups with a few breaks in between. It took me about 7 minutes. So I'm always pushing myself, but I do love my tequila, Patron, mixed with just some unsweet, some lemons, and just water.
I'm going to have to try that. I don't drink a lot, but every now and then, a little bit of tequila or vodka goes a long way. It can be very relaxing. And I agree. I wanted to go to bed around 10 o'clock, and my wife said, no, we have to stay up for the ball. And I would have gone to bed at 10. I think I kind of dozed off and on until she said, okay, the ball's dropping. We watched Happy New Year. I was asleep by 12:15. I guess I'm getting
the difference between having a wife and a girlfriend. I just said good night. I'm going to sleep, and it just went on like that. But I want to say, because of my 43-year history of really living the life of nutrition, wine is one of the nastiest alcohols that we can consume. And why is that? Because of two reasons. It has histamines in it and it's Roundup. So people think wine is health food. It's the worst alcohol. That's why you get flushed. That's why you get sinusy. That's why you get headache. And tequila does not have that because it's grown with agave, which is not grapes.
That's really interesting. What about wheat-based booze, like vodka or bourbon? It's wheat.
Well, the problem with vodka is that the foods they grow it to make vodka is Roundup. Roundup is a antibiotic. And so we're consuming antibiotics in our alcohol? Yes, we are, because Roundup is it. And the agave plant, they use very little or none of that. And so the only two alcohols I feel is clean is gin from juniper berries and, of course, tequila from agave. And anything else is less than desirable. Doesn't mean you wouldn't drink it occasionally, but if you want to do the best for your body, just choose a good quality tequila or gin.
And what about the organic vodkas and organic bourbons that are out right now?
Well, the organic bourbon is perfectly fine. The thing about organic is they still can put Roundup or grow the grapes on it. That doesn't really, it's not that kind of good definition of purity. So the only thing I rely on, I would love to have, and I do like the organic tequilas best, but Patron and the good name brands are still doing a very fine job of still making it the way they did 30 years ago, which is the way that food should have been made. And they haven't fallen through the cracks at this point for profits.
From Nutrition World, our guest is Edward Jones. He's a holistic health expert. And we're going to talk now about, getting healthy for the year 2021. One of the things that I've been doing is that I'm trying not to go into my local vitamin shop. I'm trying for two reasons. One, I get yelled at if I go out too much. Okay. I'm trying to avoid people, and I am a people person. It's very difficult for me. But I'm buying a lot of supplements online. What should I be careful of in buying supplements online?
Well, I make a big point of this. In fact, at nutritionw.com, I've written over 400 articles about health, quality, and such. But the one that I really delved into a few months ago was when the Wall Street Journal had a fantastic article on dumpster diving at Amazon.com. And it really brought to light things that I already had suspicions of. What that is because of Amazon's way of doing business with resellers, it means basically you and I could start selling whatever we want tomorrow, and it could come out of our house. It doesn't have to be stocked at Amazon always. We could be the shipper, or we could ship it to Amazon. But what it really comes down to, you and I could go into dumpsters behind vitamin manufacturers, and if they throw away 500 bottles of vitamin C that's expired, we can take it and change the date on it, and no one is ever going to catch us. That's point one. Point two...
Hold on a second, Edward. Edward, hold on
Pardon?
a second. I thought that was illegal. I thought that the FDA said you can't do that.
You can't. No one is enforcing any of this. And even if the product is still in date, some of these products have been exposed to heat and other perishable effects. Like, do you really believe that omega-3s, probiotics, and vitamins are going to survive a UPS truck over the middle of summer? No way. We ship things out with ice packs because I really care about what we do at nutritionw.com. There's no way that your products are good coming in the summer. No way. They're too perishable. Paper towels are great. Light bulbs, all these other commodities, I order from Amazon. Never would I order a nutritional product. Ever.
What has changed in your retail operation since the shutdown in COVID and the fear of getting really, really sick? Has anything changed for you?
Humongously changed. And I've been an entrepreneur for 43 years. I love two things in my life. I love business, and I love the passion of nutrition and health. And and three,
you love tequila.
It's a great like, but it's not a love. But what I found is, as a business person, the way to be successful in business is to have empathy and authority and meet people where their needs are. Well, guess what? Starting in March, what was people's needs? It was to help them to calm fears. Fear of what? Getting sick and dying. So there's enough research out there that is actually humongous levels of research showing that if, one, you maintain a vitamin D level of over 50 nanograms in blood work, darker skinned people can't do that. They do it more difficult than lighter skin, but the lighter skinned people still, there's 75% of the people have inadequate levels. When we looked at the numbers of COVID deaths, 99% of people who survived have high levels of D, and half the people who died did not. So D is critical. And so that with
Edward, we're going to take a time out. I want Dr. Fauci recently said don't take more than 2,000 units of vitamin D a day, though he did say that vitamin D was really imperative for everybody to take. We've done a lot of work in the last year and a half with the Organics and Natural Association talking about vitamin D levels. We're going to take time out. When we come back, we'll find out more about Edward Jones' nutrition world and the holistic navigator as Late Night Health continues. Late Night Health is proud of our partnership with the EBC, the Evolutionary Business Council. Check them out at ebcouncil.com.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Alyn. The show continues in a moment.
Recently, I met Jacqueline from Bright here in Los Angeles. She gave me a hearing exam and then showed me how to hear again with the new Signia Pure Series hearing aids, and she can give you your life back too. I hear birds chirping, birds cooing, and even my wife. They easily connect to my smartphone. The Signia hearing aids are amazing, and with the charge and go, I don't have to fiddle with batteries and hear all day long. Not hearing is frustrating for you and your family. I know you don't have a problem, but trust me, call Bright Here now for a free hearing exam, a $125 value, yours free, just for making an appointment now. There are offices throughout the Los Angeles area. Call Bright Here now at 323-424-7100. That's 323-424-7100 for a free hearing exam. There's no obligation. Call now, 323-424-7100, or visit them on the web at brighthere.com.
If you're listening to Late Night Health right now, you're part of the growing target of baby boomers we're serving. Hi, I'm Daryl Wayne, producer of Late Night Health, inviting you to join the Late Night Health family. If you have any business targeting the growing boomer market, Late Night Health is the ideal advertising vehicle for you. From vitamins to insurance, alternative health to Western-style medicine, Late Night Health caters to the growing population of those over 40 years old. This vibrant demographic has expendable income to fight aging, purchase travel, take care of aging parents, or just have fun. Find out about the advertising opportunities with Late Night Health. Call us at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308, or email us at info@latenighthealth.com. That's info@latenighthealth.com. Join Late Night Health as we empower people to take charge of their own health care. Call now at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308.
There's a lot of talk all over the internet about the remarkable benefits of Carbon-60, and baby boomers are especially excited about it. Greska's Carbon-60 is the premium Carbon-60, developed by an aerospace and NASA scientist. 95% of Greska's customers report positive results from this Nobel Prize-winning technology in just 4 days. Imagine more energy, better health, and more vitality. It's very bioavailable to quickly mend toxin-crippled cells. This is a super powerful antioxidant. Bob Greska is so confident that you'll love his Carbon-60, he wants to send you a bottle at 50% off the regular price to see how life-changing this will be for you. Call 720-600-6040. That's 720-600-6040. Visit c-60.com to learn more. Call 720-600-6040 now, or visit c-60.com. Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. Be sure to join us at latenighthealth.com. That's latenighthealth.com. And we're, of course, on all the major podcasting networks. Spreaker, iTunes, iHeart, you name it, you can find us. Just give us a little search. Our guest is Edward Jones. He's a holistic health expert, an entrepreneur, and owner of the of Nutrition World in Chattanooga, Tennessee. As you've heard, he is a Southerner. Have you always lived in the South, Edward?
I have. I was actually born in Florida, but I've lived in Chattanooga for about 55 years.
Gotcha. Well, Florida is part of the South.
Thank you. Yeah, you're right.
let's take a look at buying supplements online, because that's where a lot of people are going. You've already advised not buying from Amazon, but are there places that we can go to? We could go to your website, of course, which is give us your website again.
It is nutritionw.com, And yes, there are other places to buy it besides nutritionw.com. The place not to buy it is Amazon, because of the two reasons we spoke about: reselling and the fact that they will ship in the middle of summer without ice packs. Now, that's going to probably apply to most other places, but at least the other places are stocking their own products, and they're not relying on the ethics of resellers, people who can find products in dumpsters and resell them. So we only do shipping with ice packs during the summer for perishable items. So I just think it's, and I really push going to your local store. You have a people in this industry that are passionate, caring, and ethical. Support them. Get their information. I've written over 500 articles on nutritionw.com, but the people in your local town, you've got people who are heroes, so go to them.
It's interesting to me because I think that I prefer to shop locally. When I go in and I ask, hey, I need something to help me sleep, are the people in the aisles, they're stocking shelves, they're roving about, are they educated enough to say, hey, you should take this as a sleep aid, take this vitamin D, etc.?
Big box stores are getting away from hiring people who have life experience and or education. So I only recommend going generally to privately owned local businesses. And we all know that, like, I have 26 employees and I have 17 practitioners under my umbrella of wellness clinic. Well, not everybody can answer every question, so we need to make sure we take responsibility for initially saying, you know what, I've got a really complex question about fibromyalgia. Is there anyone here who, has a lot of information? Go ahead and ask for the person when you come in. Don't waste your time on three people while you're trying to get to the top. My 26 people, I've got like 6 of them who know about pet food. The other 20 don't. So find the people who are experts.
Of the practitioners, do you have a clinic within a nutrition world?
Yeah, it's all under one umbrella, and we have 2 medical docs. We do everything from bioidentical hormones to IV nutritional therapy. I'm a massive believer that we have an innate pharmacy within each of us, and we are not being told that because the pharmacy people want to sell you the pharmacy instead of activate your own. And the third leading cause of death in this country is pharmaceutical drugs, and that was in the New England Journal of Medicine. So it's quite dangerous to be taking lots of these drugs, especially
Absolutely.
when there's alternatives in the botanical world. But we really try to connect the client with the right practitioner. But again, on theholisticnavigator.com, I've interviewed most of these people. You have a problem with sleep? Go to theholisticnavigator.com. I've got a whole sleep book on there. You got any kind of condition, you can learn what to do and empower your own pharmacy within. But you're not hearing this from mainstream medicine because we're competition to them.
Well, and at the same time, there's a movement out to get Medicare for those who are over 65 to start picking up more cost of alternative health. And I'm all for that because I think that at least the first step to good health has got to be through what we have termed alternative. And I think it should be first line health rather than alternative health. Would you agree with that?
Well, that term, to me, I like changing that to either one of 2 terms: complementary medicine or functional medicine. Both of those tend to embrace the best of both worlds. There's nothing wrong with conventional medicine, but you got to watch what they're doing because their toolbox is generally drugs. I mean, that's all they have. well, that's okay if I've got strep throat. I want to go and get myself a drug to treat it. But generally, most of the things we go to the doctor for, we really could do better with changing our lifestyle and changing our nutrition. But learning what to do is the key. And again, nutritionw.com or The Holistic Navigators, where I teach people. All my 17 practitioners learn from me, and they learn what to help, how to help other people. So it's an education process, and you're not going to find this on WebMD. Google has censored most of the people who are speaking this language, so you have to dig deep to find it.
One of the things that interests me is that you've been doing this for about 43 years. What led you to decide you wanted to get into holistic alternative health, functional medicine?
Well, the key was really probably when I was about 10 years old, and my father had invited a Shaklee vitamin salesman to our house. And that was, 53 years ago in my life. But I still remember sitting there in amazement when she said, nutrition, food, and vitamins is what creates your health. And all of a sudden the light went off, and I said, you mean that we could avoid disease if we do things differently? And obviously that is what I've led my whole life belief system around, which is I've witnessed it tens of thousands of times, and it is so true. And conventional medical people are not trained. It's not their fault. The medical system is broken, and they don't have this information.
I agree with you 100%. That's why we started Late Night Health. Recently, I heard about a young woman of 118 who lives in Japan, and her goal is to live to 120. And when asked what her secret to life is, you're not gonna believe this. Is Coca-Cola. She drinks Coke every day.
Yeah, those stories are not super uncommon. But we can't listen to those stories. She was that one in not a million, but 1 in 10 million who genetically is a tank. And she probably could smoke cigars and drink Coke, and she did. She's made it. That's going to doom most of us. Carbohydrates are the demon of our life, and that's why I do something called Ed's Breakfast Drink. And I have changed the lives of more people by doing this breakfast drink than anything I think I've ever done in 43 years. And it's on nutritionw.com and Google Ed's Breakfast Drink. You start your day wrong with carbohydrates, you have doomed your blood chemistry for the entire day for food cravings, weight gain, and foggy thinking and low energy. You start it right with the right protein, fats, and carbs, you have set yourself up for success throughout the day. So I'm hugely invested in a high-fat diet, healthy, and a high-protein and low-carb breakfast, or you're doomed if you don't do that.
Well, I have to try it because I could lose 10 or 15 pounds easily. Edward, we are out of time. I really appreciate your time. Maybe we'll do this again as COVID moves on. I know you said that you believe in the herd immunity. We'll see what happens with as we find out how vaccines are doing, not only here in the United States, but worldwide. And after the vaccines, I guess they're supposed to let herd immunity take over. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. Be sure to join us at latenighthealth.com. That's latenighthealth.com. More coming up as Late Night Health continues.
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Words are a critical aspect of success. How you get your point across is a crucial part of what makes anything sell. So do it right and hire a writer. Whether it's articles, blog posts, technical writings, website content, product descriptions, or ghostwriting anything from a novel to a nonfiction book about your navel, contact Servet Hassan. If you want it to sell, write it right. Email Servet at servet@servethassan.com.